Hi everybody, welcome back to Collins Engage. Um, we're going to do, as I said in the last one, a Meet the Fleet. Different ones I've got. And we'll start off with the one what's right in front of you, a Class 66. So I'll just get set up. So in comes the first diesel. What we're going to show you, it's an EWS Class 66. (66177). It's a Dapple engine. I do like EWS colours, hoping to get many others in different classes and wagons to go with it. And as it departs, that is on speed 4. I have my NCE power cab on setting from 0 to 128 times. You can press the button to increase speed in single units. You can have it in 28 stages, but I prefer the control of virtually micromanaging it. So that's the first one. So on with the next. So in comes the next one. It's another Class 66. It's not a very good runner at the moment, this one. It's a bit bally. It's a GBRF 66731. It's a grain Ferish. Used to be a lovely runner. For some reason, it's had a bit of a turn, but I will get it sorted. So off it goes, and on with the next. So this time we've got the Deltic in the BR green and the light green. The running number is D8007. This is a grain Ferish. When I used to do my double low in the 70s, I had a Deltic in the same colour. Loved it. Right, so off it goes. That's running at speed 3. So again, it's another good runner. So the next one we've got is a Class 57. It's in first Great Western Colours livery. The running number is 57605. Got a good price on this. This is also a grain Ferish. So off that one goes. That's running at speed 2. So the next one is another grain Ferish. Got this for a really good price, and this is a grain Ferish. The running number on this is 60029. It's another good engine. That's running at speed 3. This one is a Class 58. It always reminds me, when you look at them, that they're like two Class 20s cut short with the nose cut off and then stuck together. This one is a very old Dapple. Now that's running at speed 10. It doesn't go very fast, doesn't this engine? To me, it's if it's a bit tight, but it's good enough for me for what I'm going to use it for, because this is to supply coal to my power station. So it runs great, and also it's the first weathered one. It came already weathered, and the running number on this is 58017. That's actually running at speed 4, and you can see the difference. It's a lot slower. That is speed 10, but it's great. Another lovely, for an old model, was in the old box, what they used to have with the plastic insert. It really does run at the speed I want it to do. The next engine is my Class 31. It's in the BR blue livery colours. Now that is at speed 11. And the running number is 31173. This was a Christmas present from a very good friend. The Class 37, what you're going to see, was bought by the same person for me. I paid for the sound and she bought me the engine. So off this one goes. And that's speed 16. They all run at different speeds. Means you have to drive it and get to know your engines. So this engine coming in now was the first diesel I bought. As you can tell by the nose, it's going to be a Class 37, running number 37027. I got this at Birmingham, the Wally show, by TMC. And this one also has, if I just move it forward a little bit, that's running at speed 1. This has sound. Not only was it my first diesel, it was my first actual sound engine. This is the startup sequence. This is button number 2, the first horn. The second horn is on button number 5. And there's loads of different noises which most engines do have now. And this is the shutdown. And he has loads of different noises on it, even as a station announcement, which does make you smile. So we'll send this one off and bring the next one on. That is speed 1. Again, it's a Graham Ferrish engine. That's speed 10 as it leaves the view of the camera. Right, the one coming into view now has to be my most favourite shape engine in diesel, and it has to be my most favourite livery colour. And as you can see, it's a Class 68. And this speed 1, that's how it ran the first time I got it out of the box. That speed. It's a dapple. They've got this engine just right. The running number is 68001. I love the roof on it, the markings on the roof with the fans. Everything is spot on. And with this one, we also have sound. And this sound is actually fitted by Dapple. And we'll just go through the startup. I think this will be a cold startup. There's 2 startups you can have. This also has to be my most favourite noise at the moment. I like the 37, it sounds right, but this is just a lovely engine. And as I said, it's a bit of a cold start. The volume of this isn't as high as the 37, but it's great for me. This also has cab lights. It's the first one I've got with cab lights. This is one of the horns. This is another. And then it has all different sorts of noises on it. It's just brilliant. When it starts to move away, which I'll just show you, it's brilliant. Sounds great. Has a nice ring to it. So this is my most favourite engine leaving the camera. And that is setting number 1. What brilliant control they've got. And like I said, it run like this out of the box. You don't have to run them in. It's absolutely superb. We'll just increase it to number 2. This is what it sounds like shutting down. That's my diesels of single engines. I do have one DMU, which is going to come into view next. Okay, so this is the DMU. It's a 101. It's in the blue and grey livery. It's a 3 car. Just as a matter of interest, this is running at speed 10. It was a second-hand one. It's in very good condition, runs lovely. And I'll just run it straight through. I love DMUs. I used to travel on these when I was a kid. I used to go to places on them with my mother. And if we was lucky, we'd sometimes get into the first class at the front. These don't have first class at the front at either end, but sometimes they used to do, and they used to let you in. And you could watch the driver through the glass windows behind him and see out. It was great. So that's my DMU. So on with the steam. Okay, so on with the steam. This is called Quicksilver. It was from a German this was bought shop. What is comes over, and they had it named that, limited edition. It's Dapple. It's tender driven. I have had a bit of bother with tender drivens when I first started. I had the Mollard start with, had no but problems. In all fairness, Dapple replaced it, and we replaced it with the Flying Scotsman, and I had the same problem with that to start with, and then it got better. But that is slightly needs repairing, does my Flying Scotsman. So that's the first one. That's running at speed 1. So even though it's tender driven, it's got good control. Very pleased with it. So on with the next. So the next one I've got coming in is a Graham Farish, and it's the City of Birmingham. This is tender driven. Now, what I didn't say on the last one, it was tender driven but with a drive shaft going from the tender to the engine. This is just purely in the tender. There is a slight difference. I haven't had enough engines yet to see if any are in the front, if they're all in the tender. I do not know. It's just something, I've only got the 4 and they're all in the tender, either with drive shafts going from the tender to the engine, or just like this one where it's just in the actual tender itself. They work fine. This is a lovely little runner. That is speed 1. So that has a nice slow speed. That's going up to 4 now. So on with the next. So this is the next one. Now, I don't know the name of this. I don't know where the box is. So I can't tell you. The box is in a bigger box, maybe at the bottom of the box. But the number on it is 92052. This is, again, engine in the tender, but it's got a drive shaft. And this little beauty, I wanted to get quite early because it's a 410. Now, that particular engine wouldn't come out from my turntable out on the track what got it onto the main lines, because it was too sharp for the 10 big wheels on the engine. So I had to alter the curve and move the point and stuff like that, but I thought this was going to be a problem. This is why I wanted this engine pretty quickly. Again, it's another lovely runner. It's a Dapple, and that is running at speed 1. Now for a steam, that is the smoothest I've got, and at that speed the quietest for my steam engines. That's just increasing it slowly now up to 4, 5, 6, and the control on it is absolutely fantastic. So I've just got one more to show you. So this is the next one. Now, I don't know the name of this. I don't know where the box is. So I can't tell you. The box is in a bigger box, maybe at the bottom of the box. But the number on it is 92052. This is, again, engine in the tendon, but it's got a drive shaft. And this little beauty I wanted to get quite early because it's a 410. Now, that particular engine wouldn't come out from my turntable out on the track what got it onto the main lines, because it was too sharp for the 10 big wheels on the engine. So I had to alter the curve and move the point and stuff like that, but I thought this was going to be a problem. This is why I wanted this engine pretty quickly. Again, it's another lovely runner. It's a Dapple, and that is running at speed 1. Now for a steam, that is the smoothest I've got, and at that speed the quietest for my steam engines. That's just increasing it slowly now up to 4, 5, 6, and the control on it is absolutely fantastic. So I've just got one more to show you. So this is the last one. Now you'll notice it's not running. The hand of God has put it there. He's very handy at times, is that guy. The reason for this is it is slightly broken. Like it is in the middle here, because again the tender has the motor in, but the pickups are here in this bit, and there's 2 wires what connect, as well as a connection bar and the drive shaft. There's one of those wires missing. I only have to go and get one. At the next show I go to, the Engage International at Warwickshire, I'll get a couple of wires. I'll get them posted out if no one's got any. And the other thing is, this was my first, well, it was sort of my first engine. It was the replacement of the first engine, and I was like a bit of a pet elephant with them, as in when I touched them with my fingers, I might have put my hands on these bars here, and as I picked it up, slightly squeezed it so I don't drop it, and it's bent, and it used to catch that arm what turns with the 3 big wheels, the driving wheels, and then I'd have to bend them out, and eventually on the other side, part of that has come off. It still runs if I repair that wire, but my better half bought me this. That was the first engine she bought, was the Mallard with the 2 teak coaches at the International Engage exhibition, the first exhibition we ever went to. And one day I went to the local model railway, not many layouts, maybe half a dozen, and I thought, I won't mind getting back into it. And I said to her when I got back, you know, I do miss doing my model railway. And she knew I did it from years ago, before I met her. And she says, well, why don't you? And I went, yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, all right. Right, what are you going to do it in? She started, and she goes with me to the exhibitions. Sometimes I go on my own if it's a small one, but any of the big ones she goes. And lucky enough, the first one, we decided on what track I was going to use, what era, and my good lady would prefer me to do steam. She loves steam, but I like modern. And as I've said in the past, steam run on modern railways if they've got the certificates. And certainly this is one of them what does have a certificate to run on the main line. Otherwise they have to run on heritage lines. So that's my fleet. That's them all working except for that one, what's in front of you. So I hope that was nice to see. Any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comments. Please subscribe and like, and I look forward to doing the next one. The next one possibly is going to be a bit of track laying, how I do it, and I'll show you which piece it is in the next video. So look forward to speaking to you again. So bye for now. Bye from Colin.